They say women are mysterious. But what if I told you that psychology reveals very specific signs? Signs most men miss. Attraction doesn't always show up in obvious ways like flirting or compliments. In fact, women often communicate desire in subtle, coded behaviors, signals so small that if you're not paying attention, you'll overlook them. Today, we're decoding 7 psychological signs a woman is secretly desiring you, and by the end, you'll never see her the same way again. Let's begin with a subtle but powerful clue. 1. Her eyes linger longer than normal. Psychologists have long confirmed that eye contact is one of the strongest indicators of interest. But here's the key. It is not just about looking, it is about how long she looks. If she holds eye contact for a few extra seconds, especially followed by a quick smile or glance away, that's not accidental. Research in nonverbal communication shows that prolonged eye contact stimulates the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It's her subconscious way of saying, "I see you, and I want you to see me." 2. She mirrors your movements without realizing it. This is called limbic synchrony. When we feel attraction, our bodies unconsciously sync with the person we desire. If you lean in, she leans in. If you take a sip of your drink, moments later, she does too. Mirroring isn't just mimicry. It's her nervous system aligning with yours. Psychologists call it an unconscious attempt to create harmony. If you notice this pattern happening repeatedly, it's a powerful sign that she feels connected and drawn to you. 3. Her voice softens around you. Here's one most men completely miss. Studies show that when women are attracted to someone, their vocal pitch slightly changes. It softens, slows down, and becomes more melodic. Think about it. When she's around friends, her tone might be casual or even sharp. But with you, her voice takes on a warmth, almost like it's wrapping you in comfort. That vocal shift is her body's way of creating intimacy. 4. She finds excuses to touch you. Even lightly touch is one of the most telling attraction cues, but it's rarely obvious. A woman who secretly desires you won't necessarily grab your hand outright. Instead, she might accidentally brush your arm, fix your collar, or lightly bump shoulders. In psychology, this is called proxemic invasion, entering someone's personal space intentionally, but in a way that feels casual. It's not just about the touch itself, it's about testing your response. If you welcome it, she feels safe to move closer. 5. She brings up other women around you. Now this one might sound like the opposite of attraction, but pay attention. A woman who secretly desires you will sometimes mention other women to gauge your reaction. Psychologists call this mate-guarding behavior, not in the sense of keeping you away, but in subtly checking if she has competition. If she casually asks about your female friends, or throws playful comments like, "I bet girls must be chasing you," she's not just curious. She's measuring how available you really are. 6. Her energy shifts when you walk. In attraction isn't always about what she does. It is about how her entire presence changes when you are near. Maybe she straightens her posture, fixes her hair, or suddenly becomes more animated in conversation. This is tied to what psychologists call the halo effect. When someone we desire steps into our environment, they unconsciously heighten our awareness and self-presentation. If her mood lifts the moment you arrive, it's not coincidence. You're the variable shifting her emotional state. 7. She remembers small details about you desire, sharpens memory. A woman who secretly wants you won. 2. Just remember your favorite coffee order. She'll recall the offhand comment you made about your childhood dog, or that time you said you had a stressful week. Psychologists link this to selective attention. When we're attracted to someone, our brains prioritize information about them as if it's survival relevant. If she brings up tiny details you've forgotten, it means she's been paying closer attention than you realize. Now, let's connect the dots. Individually, any of these behaviors might be innocent, but together, they paint a very different picture, a hidden language of attraction that women rarely express directly. So here's the deeper truth. Attraction isn't about grand gestures or dramatic confessions. It's about the micro-signals, the lingering glance, the subtle touch, the remembered detail. If you learn to read these cues, you'll realize something important. Desire is rarely spoken out loud. It's shown in the quiet, unconscious ways that reveal far more than words ever could. The real question is, are you paying attention?